White balance. How many of you have run out the door with your camera or your cell phone and decided, I'm not even going to worry about the white balance. I'm going to take a look at it today. Okay, I'm guilty. A lot of people out there who do the filming and stuff just grab the phone and start filming, or the camera, and they don't even bother with the white balance. We'll let the auto white balance take care of it. But do you really want the auto white balance taking care of your colors in your videos? Think about that for a moment. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that today, and we're going to do something a little different today. Instead of being on this side of the camera, we're going to go on that side of the camera, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to custom set your white balance on your camera today. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and talk about white balance. And main fact is that your camera doesn't know what the color white is. Take my A camera right here in front of me right now. Over the top of it, it has a regular light over the top, which has regular light bulbs in it, which kind of produces a yellow kind of light. So the light it sees. Now my B camera over here generally sits by the window, and it gets a lot of the sunlight, which is more of a light blue. The cameras try the best on auto white balance, but they sometimes get confused. They don't know what to do. And if you don't have the right color white that your camera is recognizing, it'll mess up all the other colors that it's seeing around it. The cameras generally use white as their base color, so they need that. But you can adjust it. And the way you do this is with a white card. You can tell the camera what white is, what color the white is. And you use it by what they call a white card. And if it knows what the color white is, then it can go ahead and set all the other colors. And that way with your camera, you can go ahead and take great shots and give yourself a little bit less work in editing later on because your colors are already set for you. So when you change your lighting or your settings, I always recommend go ahead and setting your white balance. Now this little card right here I bought on Amazon for about $7.50, so $7.50, very inexpensive to go ahead and use this to set your white balance. But you're going to notice on the other side it has a gray with a target setting on it too. Okay, they have found that this color gray here or the white, when you set it with the camera, generally pretty much will go ahead and set your white balance. And what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to go ahead and go on the other side of the camera. We're going to swing everything around, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set with a Sony camera. Now, if you have a different type of camera, generally, basically, they're all the same with the settings of white balance. So you're not going to see anything really big or dramatic or anything if you have a different camera and you need to go ahead and make that setting. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and stop this camera right here now, and we'll go ahead and start on the other side over there. Now, looking at the back of the Sony camera, what I want to go ahead and do is go ahead and get into my auto white balance. Now, for me, I'm just going to go ahead and I've already had it preset as one of my selections there, and I'm going to go ahead and get into the back of it. Now, let's go ahead and zoom right into my monitor up here on the top of it up there, and we'll get a good look at what I'm doing right there. Now looking at the back of the monitor here and looking at there, you'll go ahead and notice this camera's already set at auto white balance. And that's normal. A lot of your cameras when you first get them stuff, they're already preset to go ahead and do that when you first start up. But if you notice also the manufacturer has done a bunch of other presets for you. Here's a daylight one right here, one in the shade. If it's a cloudy, you're outside there. You're inside with the incandescent light bulbs right there, or your fluorescent lights. It's got a couple different settings there to go ahead and set up and do. It even has an underwater audio. I don't think I use that one too much or ever have. Now, next one, you can go ahead and set the temperature, which is the Kelvins, which you go on the lower scale, kind of gives you more of an orange look, and a higher side of the scale gives you more of a kind of a bluish look. And those are all your different combinations of whites and stuff that you would see. Now, if you notice my first preset, my custom one, I've set it at 5500 Kelvin. And that's normal because that's what my box light uses. That's what some of my other little lights and stuff that I use are all preset at right there. And you'll find a lot of filmmakers go ahead and set that so that when I come in here and I start doing stuff in the studio and stuff in here, everything's already set for me. I just use this custom one setting and it's already set. And that's nice that I can go ahead and do that. What we're going to do is we're going to come down to number 2 right here. And we're going to go ahead and set this one here. This one hasn't been set at all yet. So I'm going to go ahead and change it. And what you do on this one, you can go ahead and do your select. We'll do our select right there. Bring it over and you do the set. I'm going to go ahead and click the set right there. You're going to see this little tiny circle right there pop up. what you need to do is have your white or your color you're going to use inside that circle right there, and then press the button. So let's do something a little crazy here today. Let me go ahead and press the button, and I'm going to make the camera think that green wall right behind us here is actually white. So you can kind of see what happens when the white is really off. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a walk around and stand in front and let's see. So let me go ahead and I'm going to push the button right here. Now the camera has captured it. It's asking, do I want to go ahead and keep this? You push the enter button again. I'm going to go ahead and push it. Now the camera actually thinks the wall right there, is the green wall, is actually white. So this is what happens when you kind of a big exaggerated thing when you see your white is off. Let me go ahead and come around here and let's go ahead and see what we can do. And you can kind of take a look at what I look like when my colors are all kind of funny and stuff. So right now I should be looking kind of funny, maybe kind of purplish or even a little bit of pink or something with the colors right there. I hope you can go ahead and see me in there. And you see that the colors are off because the white is off right there. So let me come back around here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this and let's go ahead and start thinking about resetting that. So I won't get to go ahead and know what color I actually look like or anything until I go ahead and do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and back and just reset it again the way we would have before. Now I'm just going to go ahead and hit my function button here, back into there. Now I'm right back to where I started, but from here, just arrow over to it. I'll do the set again. Easy enough to go ahead and change it and everything. And I'm going to go ahead and put the white thing right in front of it so you can go ahead and pick the white. You generally want to try to have it a little bit away from it and try to get a little bit farther so that way it can actually get the light that you're using too. So I'm going to back that up as far as my arm can reach out there. I'm going to hit it. Now it's wanting to know, do I want to go ahead and keep that? And I will go ahead and keep that this time. And now it has gone ahead and set my white balance for me. It is that easy to go ahead and set the white balance. But I'm hoping what I showed you here today is when the white balance is off, how much of a difference it makes and how much you can change the other colors there. So now let me go ahead and flip around back over to the other side over there and we'll go ahead and continue here. Now I'm back over on this side again, and it's amazing how something such a little thing like this and such an easy setting, you just go in, push the button, get it in front, aim it, click on it and set it again, can make such a big difference in your video and in your coloring. And if it's off, all your other colors are off. So I hope I go ahead and showed you just what it looks like. I actually haven't seen what it looks like yet because I was over on this side of it. So in a few minutes I'll go ahead and look at the video here and take a look and see what color I was. Did I look like a Smurf or what did I look like? I guess I'll find out here in a few minutes. But if you liked the video today, please go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification button down, the little bell right next to it, so you can get notice when I go ahead and release my videos out there. So I want to thank you today. Go ahead and keep resetting that white balance because it's important to go ahead and get some good shots out there and also make it so you have a lot less work to do. So I want you to go ahead and have a great day. Thank you for watching.